picking this back off where I left it because that's what I always do, because I'm not gonna start this whole fucking thing all over again because I accidentally deleted all my progress and had to get back up to where I started. Nope, that is not what happened. Totally not what just happened. Yep. I totally started where I stayed because I didn't delete any of my progress. Because I am a responsible person. Anyway, so I'm going to pick back up water. I like water. Water's good for you. Anyway, we're picking back up here. If you remember last episode, Kika, her mommy and daddy died. Kind of feel sorry for her. I mean, she was kind of a bitch, but man, having somebody's parents die is kind of hard. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at my Brawlhalla ticket thing. I haven't downloaded it yet. I think I will, though. Okay, anyways, let's begin! Re-entry in progress. Stand by. It feels so empty without Zuri giving me reassuring support up here. Kika's deadpan and Faye isn't saying much either. We need to find something. I need something. Not for my promotion's sake, but for theirs. For my crew. We need something we can rally behind. Re-entry successful. Beginning scan. And so begins another leg of our fruitless chase. We should just turn around now for our dear navigator's sake. How about you just shut up for my sake? I've got an ion reading for a shuttle that landed on the planet, as well as what I think might be the exit vector. What? I spring from my seat and spread over to Kika. Moonfall, get up. I want a planet readout now. They are real. There's something that landed on this planet, and recently. Since this is another abandoned world in the middle of nowhere, there has to be a reason. Please let it not be smugglers or their ilk. Please let it be something valuable. Major Puxio, do you think this is worth investigating? Of course I do. Lieutenant Star, work on getting some better readings. I want the ground team prepared to be boots down in 5 minutes. No. No what? I want to come with you. Alphonse can do the readings. I thought I made myself clear when you last requested this. You did. My father is now dead. Let me go. You are clearly not in a stable mindset. I want to do something useful. Anybody can do this. I say let her come with. We'll need extra manpower without Zuri. I want Zuri to come with. It seems questioning my orders is the theme for today. That is a negative, Major. No, I decided last time that I wasn't going to go on any expeditions into the unknown without her. If I have to play the power card here, I will. This is an executive order under the Ceto Clause. You are hereby permit Lieutenant Zuri to accompany me. I'm not going down there without a trained security officer. Commander, we'll be down there and back quickly. I doubt Zuri is going to make any trouble returning to her orders. So be it. Colonel Nelson, you will be trading places with Lieutenant Starr. Major Hackett, you will bear all responsibility for Lieutenant Zuri. Yes, ma'am. If anyone gets hurt down there, Puxio, it's on your head. Wow, maybe Nat isn't wrong about you not being such a bad guy. If you do anything stupid out there again, Laser Brain, I'm going to make sure you never get any visitors and are cut down to 1 meal a day. Or not. Only letting you come with because Natalie was going to make a fight of it. You both should be thanking her. Is she alright? This is one of those moments when you should keep your big mouth shut. This doesn't feel right. We didn't even let Faye do her in-depth analysis this time. Aren't we being hasty? There's not much time. We need to be swift. This is a bleak day when Zuri is the one saying we aren't thinking things through. We'll be fine. I'm here. She's right. We are some of the best of our professions. Though this may be in haste, we can do it. So, back me up. Everyone, be careful. They're right. I'm rushing this operation. I don't want Kika to suffer any longer, even if it puts our operation in a state of increased danger. If I'm being hasty, I should stop this now. This against everything I've followed, everything I've been taught. I could get killed because of this. Knock it off. Is me? I said knock it off. Lieutenant Stark, tell me where you think the shuttle left. Captain Moonfollow, I want a detailed report of the conditions and suspected land site. Lieutenant Zuri, stretch and warm up for any potential combat. Everyone, check your gear, do what I ask, and meet me back here in 20 minutes. Order. Get everything squared away. Sol gives me a thumb up and a pat on the back as he walked away. If he was thinking I was being hasty, why didn't he just come out and say it? This is my first real mission, and I'm forgetting the basics of missions planning. This is completely unsatisfactory. Stop letting emotions play into your plans, Natalie. I'm ashamed of myself. Don't look so down. We all get caught up in the heat of a moment. What are you still doing here? You should be getting ready. If you're not going to take my orders seriously, I'm not letting you come with me. I'd like to see you try. I will. Did you forget that I have to stick with you, or Sol? I'm not freed. I'm just on parole. Oh, that's right. What about your gear? I've got everything I need to complete this mission. Where's your radio at? Back in the lab. I expect a sarcastic remark, something about how having to double-check double standard is bad. Instead, she gives me a warm smile. I enjoy seeing it so much. Let's go get it. We can be back before anyone else. Don't tell anyone. They don't need to be worrying that their leader is losing her marbles. I won't. You can trust me. That I can. I move the key to unlock my laboratory when a cold shiver runs down my spine. Something is wrong. The door, it's unlocked. Get to lock it? You're kind of scatterbrained today. Despite how true that statement is, I've been careful lately. I don't want anyone breaking into my lab. I even threw Faye out when I had to go visit the bridge. Yuri is slowly shifting her stance from the regular playful set to some more aggressive, more focused. It's the same stance from when she felt we were in danger from the weather. Get behind me. Be careful. Don't worry. I have you watching my back. Clear. Whoever was in here didn't stay long. I've just left the lab unlocked. Everything appears to be untouched since the last time I was here. I'm not going to touch it. I don't think there's anything to be careful of disturbing. It appears I must have been losing my mind. Must have. Even your papers are still in perfect stack. What? Yep, you really are very orderly. I'd love to say that I am, but I left in a hurry. The papers were in a stack, sure, but I certainly wasn't a very pretty one. I do a quick inventory of my documents and ugly sketches. Everything is here and accounted for. If they had taken any of these, there is nothing to be gleaned from. My awful drawings of symbols I can't remember don't have any intellectual value. Anyone who would have seen these would have known. I suppose that would exterminate Faye or Sol. Both of them would have known that there was nothing of value in the pages. Zuri was locked up in a room, so there's no way they could have done it. Besides, Zuri's already proven her innocence to me. I leave Commander Rasuna, Colonel Nelson, Major Tenzin, Lieutenant Starr, and Flight Officer Migi. All of them have been alone in the last 30 minutes. Well, last time they smashed up the data pads. Why didn't they take these pictures? Because they're worthless. Even if someone stole them, there would be nothing of value lost. Whoever did this did not try very hard to conceal their presence here. I doubt the doctor or the commander would have been so sloppy. Lieutenant Starr and Officer Migi are the two primary suspects. Kylie doesn't seem very detailed, and Kika is currently distraught. Kylie's too sweet and lovable. The perfect cover. And why is Kika distraught? Stupid soul wouldn't tell me. Kika lost her parents today. She just found out the news. I told her that she should have just took some time off and everything to sink in, but she refused. It's like she doesn't care. She does care. That's what Sol said as well. I understand why she wants to stay, but she should sit this one out. It's only making her more suspicious in my eyes. But a dedicated warrior would appear to do the same thing in Insidious Spy. I know. Why couldn't this mission have been something simple? Blow up a ship dock. Easy. It's during the most trying of times that we learn who we truly are. And who your friends are. Yep. Parents, huh? Are kitsunes very close to their parents? Lupins are incredibly close to their families. Kitsunes, not as much, but still tight. Oh. You sound like you don't care for yours. I really don't have one. Dreamers lay nests in the middle of the wilderness. Our young learn to survive and are brought into the fold of society as they grow. That sounds incredibly neglectful. I didn't think so. It was a fun and exciting every day. Like a hardy survive. Perhaps it was why Zuri thinks that warriors have to be these bronze muscleheads. I guess the closest thing to a family I have is my hatchmates. You all learn to protect each other. Most don't survive, but some of my hatchmates made it to civilization with me. Like how we have brothers and sisters. Kind of. We aren't related by blood, but we are as close to any of your families. Want to know something really, really embarrassing? Not if I have to reveal something weakly embarrassing. This one's a freebie. I was hoping to the spirit that I'd be able to have something like that here. Silly, right? Not at all. I'd be happy if we could have some sort of relationship here, though I'd also like it if we could respect the rank structure as well. Come on, I'll grab my radio and lock up again. We've got a mission to fulfill. Yay! It's a desert, and they're all in long sleeves. Okay. Heat. Even though I know this place is going to be warm, this is almost unbearable. I hope there's some sort of ancient power that we are disturbing. I could use a nice thunderstorm overhead right now. Like an unmerciful god, the sun beats down on my latest disaster. The sun is absolutely trashed. Did the researchers go mad from the sunstroke? Bridge, this is ground team. Already on it. You're alone, Major. Very nice. Thank you. Suck up. I don't know, Soul. He already gave me my first clue. What do you have to counter? Bah. Give me 5 minutes. Captain Moonfollow, I want you to look for signs of disturbed soil. Faye, where'd she go? To study a cactus or something. I'll look for your piles of disturbed sand. She's also gone before I get a chance to fully explain what I was done. I bite my lip, trying not to let my annoyance get the better of me. Zuri, you have the most important assignment of all. Do you feel anything? Gonna sound silly, but how many times do I have to say my security officer's perspective is the most important when it comes to my safety? I don't know, ask Soul. He keeps track of things like that. Maybe I will. Well, I can't feel anything on the wind, but my gut is screaming warnings at me. Something feels off. Think it is the heat? Perhaps the tattered campsite is disturbing you? I like the heat. It makes me feel happy and at ease. It's almost like being back home again. You're a strange person, Zuri. The heat is killing me. I'm starting to think that the researchers melted. But the claw marks, it's a joke. I kneel down next to the tattered remains of a makeshift tent. The better supplies must have been left alone at the ridge site. This isn't much more than a canvas and poles. Still, the canvas is thick and durable. I try to tear it with my bare hands, but can't even manage to rip a single thread. Something strong or large destroyed this site. The cuts aren't clean, and they aren't precise measure I would expect from someone using a knife or a machete. These scars are wild. Are you sure you don't feel something on the wind? Large felines, perhaps? Nothing. It's calm, peaceful. It's just like how the monks told me my inner peace felt. Hey, don't worry. Nothing's going to happen to you as long as I'm around. I'm your protector. I'm not concerned, Zuri. You're here. You don't need to worry about me. But I like to worry about you. Natalie! What is it? It's an audio log. You need to hear this. I should have waited to play it until I was there. Damn your pride. Listen! If he's getting rough with me, there's something utterly important and damning on this. My heart flutters a bit as I consider what sort of intrigue awaits. We have it. Though our blood may soak these dunes, by God, we have it. I can hear howls in the background. Not feline, but guttural? They're hard to hear over the sounds of shifting sands. Though we pay the ultimate price, we have it. We have the key to the entire universe. Though my team has given their lives in pursuit of this, I am now the caretaker of the universe. Blood, it draws them near. I do not have much time left in this world, but I will do what must be done. I will be the patron saint that they demand I become. Nobody will be able to stop what I do. I have taken the step to the heavens with no challenge from the masses. I do this for everyone. I do this for everyone. I do this for everyone. The universe is in my hands. The garbled pain tone fades to static. The universe is in his hands. Did the researchers truly find a weapon of mass destruction? I can only presume so. What are we going to do? What can we do? We need to finish up our investigation for additional clues. Every second we sit twiddling our thumbs, the mad scientist is running rampant with a device we know nothing about. No key of the universe should be out there and not be accounted for. First, I'm hasty. Now, I'm slow. There are times and places for both. This is not a time to be slow or hesitant. So, what if we aren't understanding this? What if there's something bigger than... What is bigger than this? I don't know, but one data pad doesn't give us a guaranteed path to our objective. This little recording is nothing more than a speculation. We can afford 5 minutes to ensure we do this right. I'm not going to win this, am I? All right. I wanted to confirm that there are other computers in the campsite anyways. We should find some here. I doubt it. The message confirmed my suspicion that whoever was chasing them doesn't want anyone to know that we are pursuing. Then why would they leave this message? Why do criminals leave any sort of message? To taunt their pursuers. That message doesn't give us any more knowledge than that person is dangerous. I'm going to do a full detailed investigation of this campsite. With your permission or not. I'm not going to be hasty. So, Lieutenant Starr's dead parents are worth being risky, but my trying to prevent mine from dying isn't worth the same value. A mutt is worth more than me. Get back to the shuttle. The heat is screwing with your mind. Whatever. Maybe it is messing with mine as well. I can barely keep the sweat out of my eyes. My water intake isn't keeping up. Major Brumford would be screaming at me right now. I'll be quick. Yeah, that will fix everything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing, just like before. Pull myself into a limited chain of ravaged tent. Who cares about a stupid radio? I should have brought another liter or two of water. The racist grump is still sitting in his nice, climate-controlled shuttle. Lousy jerk. This would be so much faster if he would just apologize to me and help out. You don't look so good. Your face is all red. Just a bit of a headache. That's no good. Here. Harry tosses me a worn leather boda. I run my fingers over the fray, stitching, and scruff brown leather. This canteen has been through a few beatings. I made it when I was still a hatchling. A wandering elder showed me how to make it really strong and tough, just like me. Crafting. Odd hobby for a warrior. You have to learn how to make do when you're a warrior. You won't always have what you need in the heat of battle. So non-combat related skills have their place when you are a warrior. You're not going to give up on trying to claim you're a warrior, are you? Not until you realize the truth. And I won't stop until you see the truth. Take a few swigs of cold, refreshing water. Even little boons like this are enough to keep me going. Find anything? Only this. I toss a little discovery to her. While she plays it, I distract myself by watching Shade Sands. I don't need to hear the dire warning right again. That's life, I suppose. Just like these shifting sands, everything seems to be in a constant movement. I'm having a hard time keeping up. The winds of fate seem to be blowing everything around me. Nothing leaves the truth uncovered for long. But there's no wind now. Now that I think about it, what could have been shifting? Sir, you say you didn't feel anything in the air, right? Nope. What about the ground? Slight tremors, but I figured they were... Where's Captain Moonfall and Lieutenant Starr? Over by the... A sharp piercing scream breaks the moment of dread in my heart. Too slow, too late. Captain Moonfollow! Stay here. I can help. Trust me, stay here. I can help. Let's go. We need to help them now. Let's go. Stay put. No, I'm in charge of this operation. I'm helping. I have a feeling I chose a bad choice. Look, the commander of a student is going to add insubordination to my charges. Before I had a chance to understand what she meant by that, Zuri swings her tail and sends me flying off my feet into the sand. How dare she! I try to scramble to my feet and grab her, but she's already towards the source of the screaming. Like a speeding bullet, Zuri is skimming over the sand dunes. Her speed is something I can never match. Her boots look like they are even touching the ground. Wait, they aren't! In a heartbeat, I understand why she's the only one who could do this. Whatever is under those shifting sands would have me dead without a fight. Why didn't I think about that? Why am I not reacting fast enough? Why am I not understanding enough? I want to blame this heat, but I know the real answer is in my head. But if I can't help, what use am I here? No, I'm useful to think like that. I refuse to think like that. There has to be something I can do. I yank my radio out of my pack. Soul, come in. What? I'm tired of chasing after nothing. It's going to be a pain for me to say this, but not nearly as bad as Faye or Kika died because of my lack of judgment. You're right, but we have bigger issues to worry about. There's something moving under the sand, and I think it attacked Moonfollow and Star. Roger, I'm running the takeoff checklist right now. Where are they? Zuri took off to save them. Then Godspeed to her. Get on board. Not until they are here. I'm not having this fight. Get on the shuttle. I'm not moving until I have my entire team here. Call me stupid, but nobody's getting left behind on my watch. Roger. In the distance, I can see what appears to be a wild storm of sand blowing towards me. At the head of is a desperate Zuri with Faye and Kika under her arms. We need to go. Those things chug along super fastly. Kika? Faye, what are those things? Faye's eyes are closed. The torso in a uniform is stained in dark red fluid in her blood. Numerous cuts and claw marks decorate her. We need to get her to Dr. Nelson now. Soul, we need to go now. I may have killed her. My xenobiologist and roommate may have just paid the price for not keeping my head in the game. Kika, get the doctor now. Soul, I need you. Just like that, he's gone. He's abandoned me when I needed him to help me get through this. Zuri's been doing her best to give Faye aid with our emergency kits, but the blood, more than once, I almost lost my lunch. I had to hide away in the cockpit with a silent soul. Kika, I need you to put pressure on this wound. Kika, she's going to die if you don't help. I can do this. That's right, we need you. We need Hero Navigator Star. She's my minion. They expect this from me. Right here? Right there. Major Puxil. Tell me when you run off like that, Soul. Kika wasn't focused and we didn't have time to waste, just like now. Time to prove your worth, Colonel. Well, you see? Keep telling me that you have to keep around for a situation like this. Situation happened. Do something. Have you stabilized the bleeding? I'm trying, but those things have some sort of venom in their claws. I'm having a hard time. Well, alas, our anti-venom supply is drastically small. There is little I can do to aid her. What about that box? I mean, never mind. What box? Perhaps our lovely quartermaster means the most recent shipment of medicines. Perhaps she is right, and there may be just enough for our dear Lupin friend. There better be. I also want a full report of what contained in that box. I think ill of me in time like now, no matter. Come on, let's take her to my lab. Major Puxil, I want a full report. Commander, there isn't time for that. We need to send the ship in pursuit of the shuttle worst route we tracked earlier. Then have Major Tenzin care for it, and I'll waive the safety regulations about being strapped in. I want to know what happened down there. Down there. Kika, I need you to tell Al the coordinates to follow. Are you sure you can handle that? Man, things picked up fast. Of course I can. Leave everything to me. Or to the bridge as soon as you're done. I want a story as well. Bridge, now. How am I going to explain this? That recording was the only thing you found down there? Yes, ma'am. I did a thorough sweep of the site and didn't find anything else of value, just like the previous site. Everything had been stripped of information. 2 hours at the ground site, and that was all you were able to discern? Yes, ma'am. I've heard tales about Citadels where masters discovering even the most hidden truths. This performance is not living up to those standards. Yes, ma'am. Did you take photographs of either girl's site for the later study? Of course not. Major Puxil, did you ensure your security officer had performed her checks to ensure the safety of my crew? Oh, now she's my security officer. I did. We ensured that all protective measures were taken. So you let Captain Moonfall out of your line of vision. She was within shouting distance and had Lieutenant Star with her. How could I have foreseen that? Correct. You all made the right choice at the start. When you heard this recording of this team had been attacked, did you deem it important to notify them? This is my fault, ma'am. So? I was agitated with Major Puxil and started a fight with her. She was going to notify Captain Moonfollow, but I pulled her away from it. The errant judgment resides in me. Don't let him lie to you. I was the one who cared more about finding more clues. They're both wrong, Commander. I just watched them fight instead of doing anything to break it up. You all screwed up equally. As the ranking officer in charge of this operation, I bear all responsibility for what happened out there. Major, you will learn as your command that there are times when you could have prevented a catastrophe. Hindsight will always be perfect. You screwed up today in a way that could have been prevented. You let emotions drive you and let you guard down. Captain Moonfollow has to pay for that mistake. But mistakes happen. Learn from them. Tell me, what happened to Captain Moonfollow? I can explain that. By all means. Faye was investigating some wildflowers she had noticed on the fringes of the camp. The pup thought it was really strange because it was the only flora she had found. What were you doing? Thinking. So both of your guards were down and you were outside the vision range of Lieutenant Zuri. Well, I'm sorry. I thought everything was safe. Bearing. I'm sorry if my bearing isn't rock hard right now. I'm a little shook up. One minute I'm staring up on space, and the next there are these things leaping out of the sand. They were like large fish with stingers grafted to their tails. These long, curved, ghastly things that reminded me of the night sky. They were at the top of the Faye before I could do anything. I tried to beat them off of Faye, but they just swarmed all over her. I beat them, I hit them, but they just kept coming. It meant something, right? She might have been gravely injured, but I saved her life. We'll see in time, Lieutenant Zuri. Lieutenant Zuri, does that match your impression of them? Swarm was the best way to describe them. I think the campsite was on top of their nest. Could they have been used to defend intruders set up by researchers? I don't think so. I think they were meant to protect whatever the researchers uncovered. Like the thunderstorm? Could these have been defense mechanisms? Defense against intruders? The idea was bleak but strangely reassuring. There could have been tougher defenses if this device was truly dangerous. The calm in Rizuna's face tells me it came to the same conclusion. Are either of you injured? Like they could hurt me. A couple of scratches, nothing serious. The stingers didn't get to me, so no poison to worry about. All of you except Lieutenant Zuri return to duty. We'll need all hands prepared for whatever awaits for our destination. Where is it, ma'am? Deep space. No worlds out there. We're jumping to the depths of darkness. Our supplies are limited, so I'm ordering us to move to Rat 2. I've survived on ration level 2 before. But I don't like it. Smaller portions, nothing wasted. Messed up, but completed the objective. We can do better next time. Dismissed. Yes, ma'am. Come on, Zuri, let's stop by my lab before I walk you back to your room. I want to take a look at your wounds. Not going to experiment on me, are you? Perhaps. There might be some information on where those things came from to get a genetic weapon. I was kidding. That's why you don't joke about these sort of things around Natalie. I'll remember that. Sure you will. Let's get back to the bridge, Star. Well, you'll want to hear about how you beat back swarms of mutant fish. Fine. Have fun playing doctor. Let's go, Zuri. Hey. Here you are. Going to take a nap? Not until I've had a look at your wounds. Not the mad scientist. Here I am, trying to make sure you're happy and healthy, and you're trying to escape from it. Dismiss. I got a couple minutes left. What if the wounds contained poison? I don't know. Take me to stand? I'm starting to suspect that our good doctor might be trying to pocket medical supplies on the side. I'd rather be the one to inspect your wounds. Me too. He's very nice to me, but he always asks the strangest questions. What sort of questions? I don't know. He doesn't ask them to me anymore. After a month or so, he just stopped caring about me or my existence. That's probably for the best. Where were you cut? My hand. Don't worry. I'm fine. Stop glaring at me. Please. Hand. out. No. Don't make me get the sedative from doctor. I'm not letting you get away without an inspection. If you insist. I am. You saved Kika and Faye today. A legendary warrior like yourself deserves the best treatment possible. I did. I saved them. Were you impressed? Very. You're not mad about me having to hit you with my tail, right? I tried to be very careful. Normally, people slap the other person when they aren't being logical. Your tail had a lot more force. Sorry. Don't apologize. If I would have went with you, those things would have torn me apart. You saved my life today. Almost broke my arm in the process, but you did. While she's distracted by thoughts of being a valiant warrior, I take her coarse hands into mine. Despite her protest earlier, I can see that her hand was sliced up pretty bad. I can see trace amounts of liquid other than blood on her hand. The small vial and rubber gloves, I gather up as much liquid-infused blood as I can. I don't remember reading about many animals that can leave notable amounts of venom on their victim. What is it? I'm not quite sure. I want to analyze it, though. You don't appear to be showing any signs of contamination, but tell me immediately if you start feeling funny. Knock, knock. Not that kind of funny. On a closer inspection, I can see the slice was the right word for it. The cuts are clean and deep. How Zuri managed to go without wincing and clean up the wound is remarkable. Why would a wild beast be able to claw up somebody in such a perfectly straight and precise manner? This is most peculiar. Go test it. I can see it in your eyes. You really want to go test it. Not until I finish bandaging your hand. Don't worry, you need to focus on I don't know what I need right now. Just let me help. There. See? Aw, better. Come on. I want to know what is bugging you. I want to know how you're not moaning and groaning. Those are some deep cuts. These little scratches, they're nothing. I've gotten roughed up a lot worse. I guess all that physical training has its perks. I'll walk over to my identifier and pour the liquid into the mixer. Since we are in shift, heading to the furthest reaches of space, I'm not going to be able to use the database. I'm going to have to hope that this is a common toxin. Yeah, that will happen. The mutant creature in some far-off world isn't going to be... What's that light? It's done. Pull out the readout and expect to see another error. No, it's a result. Try Quadratexidon. It's a toxin designated by Ratland Empire. It's lethal to lupids and kitsunes in nearly 65% of direct contact cases. Most symptoms include muscle paralysis, short-term memory loss, and, depending on the dose, rapid death. Works on cellular level by presenting the exchange of oxygen and CO2. Against non-lupids and non-kitsunes, it has very little effect. Most people don't show effects even after direct exposure of considerable quantities. That seems like a strange thing for a mutant desert fish to excrete. Perhaps not. Those cuts, they were too clean. Clean to be natural. Computer, how many matches do I have of Ratland genetic weapons that match Lieutenant Zuri's description? Checking with database of known Ratland genetic weapons. Description matches 3 potential candidates. The Empire did this? Why would they attack scientists? They wanted the weapon for themselves, obviously. Still, something here doesn't make sense. Why would you attack the scientists with such strange weapons if you already knew the location? One of the most important rules of warfare is to know your opponent. Whoever they wanted to kill was a lupid or kitsune. We were thinking about it the wrong way. Nothing in the researcher's audio log suggests the creatures who attacked him were fish-like. This is going on a limb, but what if the Raltons arrived after the scientists? They could have killed the researchers and stolen their data. That would explain why I can't find any information. The last researcher managed to escape with the weapons in their Imperials of pursuit. Our friendly little fishies were meant to prevent us from following them any further. They knew we were coming and made a move to stop us. But how could they jam our attempts of understanding if they didn't know we were coming? They knew? The spy on board has been forwarding all our information to allow the Raltons the chance to beat us to the punch. I need to talk to Faye before an insidious foe can get to her. She knows something. Something so important that it's not worth making sure she died on the planet instead of me. Who would try to kill Faye? Faye's harmless. What sort of sick mind would attack an innocent? Someone who knew our coordinates, who had direct access to my lab at one point, who has never had an alibi, who could bait Faye into a trap. But the only person who fits all those conditions is Kika. She wouldn't try to kill her friend, would she? Pride can make people do terribly stupid things. Don't you believe Kika? It's my job to question the assumptions until I can determine the truth. You must really lead a sad life, huh? Sad. I guess it's a little sad. Trust is a commodity that I can't afford to have if I want to find the truth. Trust is something I can't have. I never thought about it like that. I always thought I would be fighting legions of evil across the galaxies, finding villains and thwarting with ease. I never thought I'd think ill about heartbroken kitsunas who lost their parents. I never thought I'd look suspiciously at men who ran every day with me to improve my fitness scores. Hey, I'm there for you. Don't look so sad. I'm not sad. Okay, but if you are, you can always talk to me. I might understand everything, but I can always be there and give you a sympathetic shoulder. It's nice to know. Let's get you back to your room before the commander starts asking. Yell if you need me. No door will stop me from helping you thwart true culprits. Thanks, Zuri. Your soft green eyes twinkle with happiness, and I can feel a little bubble of joy bloom in my heart, knowing I have someone supporting me, even if she's got crazy misconceptions of honor and pride. Gives me hope. If I can find the culprit, find the researcher, and his weapon, stop everything, nobody will need to suspect her anymore. It's weird. I'm considering Zuri's happiness more important of a priority than my promotion. I must be feeling sick or too tired to evaluate the situation better. But still, I like this warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart. Alrighty, ending this episode here. I'm tired and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So, I'm stopping this video here. I will pick this back up tomorrow. My voice is getting all raspy. But anyways, I love y'all folks. Like, comment, subscribe, all those other shitty generic stuff at the end of the videos. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I love you guys. Mwah, mwah. Stay beautiful. Peace out, Girl Scout.